everyone. Well, this is our third card for the month of July. This one's fun. We're using the Sun Prince Suite. This time I'm also using the embossing folder that is part of the suite. It's these ferns. I love this thing. I love it. I've used it so much since this came out in May. It's one of my go-to favorites right now. So let's get started. Let me get, I got glue there, so let me take that out of the way. All right, and this is the card we're making for our third card. Okay, so here we're using the Starry Sky paper. We're also using the Tahitian Tide paper. This is the Starry Sky matching ribbons, and then I use the ink, and then on the inside we're going to do that fern double stamp again on the inside and also on the outside. Now you can make this a this is a portrait card. I may just make the next one be a landscape. We'll just see how that comes out, but the stamping is the same for both. So let's get started. You should have an envelope. Your envelope should have your base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a little piece for your sentiment. There should be a bow. Let's get that in there. And then your designer series paper, your embossed paper, and then the inside. So we're going to start with stamping. We'll put everything else aside. We will start with our stamping. The three things we stamp: sentiment, inside, and envelope. So let's start with the sentiment. I did use a punch to get the make it look like an arrow. So this is the punch I used, was the banner punch. So I used both sides of it. So we're going to use this punch also. So first we'll stamp, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and I'm just going to try to line it up. I need some room to make the point, and let's go right there. Hopefully that's good. That's pretty good. We'll let that be. We're going to let that dry. I'll put that stamp aside, and then we're going to do our ferns again. And remember, this is just a double stamp. We're going to, let's see, I'm going to go this way, then this way for inside. I just think that's so pretty. I don't know why, it just makes me happy. And this way, then this way. And then on the front, I'm going to go this way, then this way. My mailman must love me because I stamp up everything. And that is all we have for stamping. It's pretty quick. These are quick cards this month. I wanted something easy. It's hot. I don't really want to be futzing too much. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to slide this in. This should be 1 inch. It is. I put it with the sentiment down so that the punch goes the way I want it to on the inside. You kind of have to kind of scoop it in there and push it up. Now I can look on the other side to see if it's straight. If it's not, well, I have something stuck to my Take-A-Pic tool. I can kind of straighten it to where it's where I want it to be. Sometimes I don't cut these little bits perfectly straight. Just want to get it as even as possible. That's one. And then we're going to do the other side the same way. Going to just put it down. Now if you don't have this, you can certainly round it off with something, or you can do what we did in the past with cutting up to a point and then slicing in this way. But you don't have to do this. It's just what I chose to do. You can do something totally different. You can round it. but I'm using the Banner's Punch. I use this all the time. It does 3 different sizes, from 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch to 1 inch, and this is 1 inch. Okay, so let's get to the assembly of our card. We'll start by putting in, I guess I'm making a portrait card because I did this portrait, so we're doing portrait again. And we'll put in our inside. My paper's getting all messed up from doing this videos. I must have restarted the videos a few times today because I don't know, I'm just out of the hang of it, I think. Okay, and then we're going to put on our beautiful embossed piece. Now if you like the debossed side, go ahead and use it. I'm going to use the embossed side. So one goes up, one goes down. That's how you know the difference between the two. And I think you've noticed I make like this Z pattern on the back on all of them. I kind of do it consistently. So here I'm going to just put this on. This piece that is embossed is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I put it in the embossing folder. This is, by the way, a 3D embossing folder, and no matter what machine you run it through, it's very important to know that you always run it through with the hinge side going into your machine. If you go this way, it breaks the folder. And it happens more with the 3D than anything else, and I think it's because they are thicker. So that's that. And let's go put this little baby on. Again, kind of my I or T. Now I'm going to make my, you can make it be way over to one side. My first card is like that. It's way over to one side. It could be over here. It could be right down the middle. I am going to be consistent and just go right over to this side again. I've got to make sure I'm putting it where I want it to be. And it's pretty even. It's pretty even. Okay, I'm going to get some dimensionals here, and we're going to pop this up. The hardest part is putting this in the bow on. Now the bow, I will tell you, I use a little jig to make my bows, but not everybody likes doing bows. I happen to like doing them. I think they're fun. So there we go. And now to put the bow on, I need, where did I put them? I need my glue dots. Glue dots, where are you hiding? Oh, there you are, under a stack of stuff to the right of me. So what I do with my glue dots is I put a piece of ribbon on them so this doesn't keep unrolling on me. And I can find my glue dot. I'm going to take your pick. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to take my take your pick, and I'm just going to kind of roll this baby up. Okay, now I'm going to take my wonderful bow, and I'm going to put it on here. Now you notice it's too long, and that's perfectly fine. I kind of stick it on there, figure out where I want it to be. Then I set it down and pull out. Now that puts glue underneath all of it. Now this is a triple looped bow. And then I come in with my snips, and I just cut this. It's going to fray, and that's okay. We don't mind. And there you have it. That's the card. Very simple, very easy. Again, it's another one of those hellos. If you got a friend who's recovering from something, or you just want to say hi to somebody, this is a fun little card. Pretty simple to go out. You can write whatever you need on the inside. Thank you again for joining me for my June cards. I hope you enjoyed them. Wait till you see what we're doing next month. These may be simple cards, but next month are going to be a little bit more advanced, which I think is going to be fun, but not so advanced that you go, oh, I could never do that. They just look more advanced than they really are. Thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.